Hey guys, Gary Sullivan here. I know I haven't written you a blog in a while, so I thought I'd send you a little video on a issue that I've run into as a coach many times over the last few years. And the issue is trying to help parents understand and players that at every different age group, at every different level of play, that a different skill set is required. And this usually happens with a conversation with a parent that has a 7, 8, or 9-year-old that's technically more gifted than any other player. They can do 100 juggles, they can do a Maradona, they can do a double scissor, and that is absolutely fantastic. That's the foundation of a great player at any age group. And we need more players doing those things at that age. However, this same parent comes up to me at the age of 10, 11, 12, and they're not understanding, why is my child not playing 90% of the game in their desired position? And I try to explain to the parents that, well, now, there's new components to the game that are required in order to be successful. At 7 and 8, the technically gifted dribbler dominated games. They shined. Everybody noticed them, and that's great. Now at age 10, players on opposing teams and their own teammates become frustrated watching this player get all the hype and put on a show. So they start to add in a layer of physicality. They start to compete harder. They start to use their body to win the ball back. They start to win 50-50 balls. And if the technically gifted player from the previous years is not willing to engage in this physicality and this new layer of the game, well, then they're going to struggle and they're going to hit a plateau. Maybe at age 11, the question is, when do I dribble and use my dynamic ability to shred a back four? Or when do I simply link with my group and slow the tempo of the game down? Maybe at age 12, 13, 14, the question is, how do I function within a group of 3? Or how do I move within my back 4? Or what type of runs are required out of the 9? And we start to look for players with a bit of an IQ and an understanding for the game, along with all those components that we spoke about before. Again, if players aren't willing to meet the demands of the game at these next levels, they're going to struggle. I give the analogy that we have a second grader. Imagine a second grader memorize the multiplication table. 7 times 4, 9 times 3, 8 times 7. That's fantastic. Just like the technically gifted dribbler, they're advanced for their age, and that's great. But then we get to 6th grade, and this same child is presented a set of problems by their teacher about combining like terms, multiplying fractions, multiplying numbers with decimals, and the child can't do them. But their answer to the teacher is, but I have the multiplication table memorized. Just like the player in soccer that won't advance their game and won't grow and won't evolve, the mathematical student, they're going to struggle. So hopefully this gives you guys a little bit better understanding as to how the game changes and what players need to do to reach the next level. Good luck, and I'll be back soon.